Hey there, I can't make it up. I can't make it up. Okay, this particular masculine, this certain masculine, thinks she's funny about like leaving little pieces of thread in certain places in my apartment, and it's been going on for a while. I've made a video about this already. I'm certain of it, but here we are again, where he believes that he's like clinging on to me, holding on to me, by a thread. Oh, here, I'll give you a piece of thread. Hanging on by a piece of thread. You got me hanging on by. No, you don't. No, you don't. Yeah, holding on tight, Four of Pentacles. Really, just don't want to let go. Who is it? It's the Nine of Swords, masculine, that's anxiously stressed out. Can't sleep. Yeah, I heard. Please use this deck because I want to go to sleep tonight, but they can't sleep. Yeah, can't sleep. Spirit said that's justice. And they're exposed because I'm aware of this and their future plans that they highly invested in so that they can sleep. That's how the cards came out the deck. So purple and green. We got purple and green here. AKA, if you in the house. No, I'm kidding. But just know, he effing around with y'all colors in the spiritual realm. Okay? Yeah, he's trying to get some justice, and it's been revealed. Yeah, and I'm highly in tune and aware of what's going on. Because he got future plans to like have me tied on or hanging on by a thread so that he can sleep. All right, that's his plan. So that he can sleep. Spirit said blocked. Spirit said blocked. And all of these heavy burdens that he keeps trying to lay upon me will meet an untimely death. Okay? Very, very, very untimely death. Like, he's going to be totally surprised. Yeah. Totally surprised. Something about he can't get in. Something about he can't get in. So this could be programming code, illusions and such as well. Yeah. He can't get in because he's in sorrow. He's miserable. So his misery and his anxiety, death. We got death twice in a row. So it's a death to his booty banging, heavy burdens which he loves, okay? And then we got a real death. And so we got death in the light and death in the nighttime. Okay, that's how this deck is set up. We have here conflict guardians and Six of Swords. So there's a conflict with him moving forward, okay, with some plans that he has about how he wanted to maintain something or to move forward with regards to the Empress at night, the Empress in the dark, and this Temperance angel. So this is somebody that's very patient or that has been very patiently aware of something. And Spirit says they're under judgment. He's under judgment for this. Under judgment. So everybody's talking about some money here. And talking about how this Queen of Wands is chained to the devil. Or her, chained to a masculine. Okay? This Queen of Swords is being revealed or called out for something. Alright? For this foolish act. And the Page of Cups was making a wish for somebody. The Page of Cups was wishing and hoping and praying and wishing. I guess I'm gonna have to listen to that song to find out the rest of it. Wishes come true, place, Nine of Cups. Wishing, Page of Cups, wishing for someone. So this could also be that same masculine that's anxiously stressed out and in grief and sorrow, trying to wish and hope and pray for somebody, meanwhile holding on tight to them. Okay, and to their money. Yeah, I'm aware of this with the High Priestess. Yeah, I know who it is. Yeah, I know who it is. Yeah, messing around with the spiritual waters, with the waters in the pipe symbol here. Yeah, going strong with that, right? With identity theft, credit identity theft, fraud. He's a thief. Yeah, for money. For money. For her money. And he's trying to balance this situational awareness that everyone has by being defensive or, trying to cause some conflict or doing some type of reactive abuse towards the hangman energy, which is myself, right? And that's what he left me in. And everyone is having clarity with Clarity Way. Everyone is gaining a better or higher perspective of what actually has been going on with him and this hermit during the daytime, this hermit of the light, a King of Cups, all right? the Page of Swords, all right, and their connections to the Hermit that's in the dark, right? hmm Yeah, for these new beginnings that this King of Swords masculine keeps trying to do. hmm Because they made him walk away from a party. They made him walk away from a party for money, so everybody could pay attention to the Empress. But it's not even her; it's an illusion. It's an illusion of the fact that of a lie. With Damn That Sex Place claiming that the Empress was forced to walk away. Well, that they were watching the Empress walk away from something, but it was an illusion. With Damn That Sex Place to make it seem like she was out in the cold. A chariot, a Knight of Pentacles energy trying to get some justice for their moment of glory, but she's single, and so there's a Tower moment. That's what happened. But she's single, so they're gonna have a Tower moment. Yeah, they're gonna be all up in their feelings with this Ace of Cups. Feelings, nothing more than feelings. Y'all know I love Barbara. Barbara. Okay? Okay? I grew up listening to and watching every film. Barbara. Alright? Don't mess with Barbara. Alright? Get out your feelings because you didn't care. You was effing around with somebody else's life, stealing their identity, using credit cards in their name, trying to steal their spiritual credit and make it fake yellow. Yeah. And make it fake yellow. Everybody's seeing the truth now of exactly what was done. But I've been said all of this. But I guess people have to see it for themselves. They have to see it with their own eyes. Spirit say yes. With Ace of Pentacles, people have to see it with their own eyes, because I could have been had my life back. And Spirit said astute. Astute. That's how they see me. That's how they're classifying me. I'm very astute. Okay, look at it like this. If I have credit and there are credit cards that I do not have, well, all of a sudden I start getting statements for credit cards that I do not have. And I go on vacation to a state that I've never spent the night in before ever in my entire life. And all of a sudden I wake up and the credit card is there in the desk. You playing with me. You playing with me. You stole something and you entered my place where I was at fraudulently. You weren't supposed to enter that place. You weren't. You weren't supposed to have access to where I was staying at. But then you came in there and then you tried to SOL me. Or should I say, what is it called? Ten of Swords me? Backstab, betray, unalive, something like that. Something of that sort. But gonna leave the credit cards that you had in my name. And I knew it was government employees. I knew good and darn well it was government employees. I was like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't nobody but a government employee. And then I go outside the next morning and I go to my car in the parking garage. And right next to my car is another vehicle from a state where I just drove from the DMV area that looks exactly like my vehicle. Same year, same make, same tint. Okay. What they didn't know was I had souped my vehicle up, right? I had changed out my lights and made them different. I didn't have the manufacturer lights on my vehicle. I had lights that I wanted on my vehicle. I had speakers, surround sound system in my vehicle. Yeah, I was doing it like that. But I really wasn't. I was getting deals, But I just didn't have the manufacturer stuff. And so whatever it was, and I want to say that she was trying to do, some dark skin, really, really tall, big lady. And I was not big at this time, y'all. I was, I'm a big old chick now, but I wasn't big back then. I had just had a kid, so I had some weight on me, but I got that off me. And that's usually how I lived until I almost died. Darn it. I'm tired of saying this. Anyway, and then, big old, and she was dark skinned. She was brown skinned. I'm not brown skinned. She had fake hair everywhere. And I was like, oh yeah, see, I'm smarter than you. I'm about to watch and see who you are about to get into this vehicle. She looked like a typical DC Maryland, notice how I said Maryland. DC Maryland, hood rat chick, scoundrel, identity theft. Most likely a government employee. I could tell. I knew that's what it was. But I had never seen this woman ever in my life. And I knew that she was manipulated, if not programmed, to do something that she should not have done. All right. Anyway, because what he's trying and been trying to do is scapegoat others to make them pay for the things that he did to me. He even set up people. Once he retired, LTF retired out of that office, he set up Jim, the FSO who came in to replace him. He set him up. He set up the Persian man that they hired full time. Yeah, I knew he was a Persian man. I knew he was going to hire that Persian guy. I was like, yeah, it's a reason why he had this Persian man come in this office, right? Because at first I was like, oh, they're going to get a contract. No, he was setting it up so they could hire a Persian man to replace him. And then he set him up by making him think and believe that he also had to get a credit card in my name to do and commit some type of identity fraud. But he had him use a different color. So it's like, oh, scapegoat him. He did it as if to blot out or to comfortably shade, right? So it's so to keep him unseen, the fact that he stole my credit originally and he made it yellow. Make the other guy make it a different color. Make Jim claim that I was a child. All of these things that he had done. I didn't do it. Jim didn't do it. Jim was told that that's what had been done. And he thought it was funny. And he never even asked me, didn't have a conversation with me about it. Nothing. I don't understand men. Y'all just believe anything that's said to you. Anything. By another man. Especially if he white, I guess. I don't know. Look, I'm leaving. I'm leaving on that note. Bye.